Lincoln Southeast Community College. We are with Coach Duncan, head track coach here at Southeast Community College.
Cross country, too.
Cross country and track.
Yeah.
See, for me in high school here, it was all together, I thought. But I could have been wrong. Mr. Garcia was the cross country coach and he was a track coach. Anyway. Okay, so 2 different sports?
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah. Cross country, indoor, outdoor.
How far are you going in cross country?
So, I mean, the women run a 5K and the men run an 8K for the races. But, I mean, practice-wise, sometimes 15 miles. It just depends on the person.
Okay, where are you from? How did you make it to Lincoln Southeast?
So I am from Shatter, Nebraska, a small town on the other side of the state.
Come on. Whoa. One of the greatest running backs ever in Nebraska history.
Are you going to say Danny Woodhead?
Come on, man.
Danny Woodhead? Okay.
Danny Woodhead comes from there, but go ahead.
Okay. Yeah.
Y'all got speed out there.
Yeah, that's exactly correct. Saw him play some games over at Shattern State, which was a joy for sure. And then he did some good stuff over in New England. But yeah, just kind of ended up here after a stint coaching high school in South Dakota up near Mount Rushmore, and then decided to get my master's from Midland University, coached there for a few years. And then while I was there, I was working with an athlete, and he graduated, and it just kind of worked out that I wanted to keep coaching him and, running with him, things like that. He's a blind runner. So I decided to keep working with him.
Whoa, did you say he's a blind?
Yeah, that's correct. So, I mean, he has aspirations to, he's very quick in the marathon. So he has aspirations to do the
how's that work?
Paralympics.
Okay.
We would run tethered. So we have a rope between us. We would
Yeah.
run tethered, all of our runs together, all of our races, things like that. I'd help him out with. So we did like Boston Marathon, things like that this year,
Nice.
which was great. But he lives here. His family's from here. So after he graduated, he came back here, and I told him I'd keep working with him. And that's been a joy for sure. And then this opportunity presented itself, and I wanted to be here and continue that kind of coaching at the college level after I finished up at Midland University.
What's your, first of all, what did you run in where did you go to college, and what did you run?
Same place as Danny Woodhead, Shattern State
You
College.
went to Shattern State too. Stop
Yeah,
it.
hometown hero.
That's your guy.
Hometown hero. So I ran cross country and track there. So indoor, mainly the 5K, and then outdoor 5K, 10K.
Was both wrong.
Yeah, we was wrong.
What was the guess?
80 miles.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Not even close.
No, I couldn't do the shorter stuff. I just don't have the speed for it, unfortunately.
Yeah. But
that's
you got
okay.
the stamina for the 5K.
Love it. Yeah, love it.
No
Absolutely
way.
love
Do you
it.
want to run a 5K?
No, never.
How do you run a 5K?
Just one foot in front of the other. I mean, that's really all there is. That's really all there is to it. I mean, just a lot of hard work, staying healthy more than anything, having kind of the right gear, being smart, knowing your body. I mean, things like that. But I mean, there's no secret sauce or anything. You just have to put in the work like any other sport.
Now, how do you go from, and Terrell, you can jump in at this one. How do you go from cross-country coach to 100-yard dash coach to 200-yard dash coach to short distance coach?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, because that's a different.
Yeah.
That's a different workout altogether.
Oh,
I'm a
for
track guy. It's a different.
No,
workout.
that makes sense completely. I mean, there's definitely some crossover as far as facilitating and things like that, but it's not by any means like the other event groups are doing the same workouts as the distance groups by any means. It's all kind of relative based off of their backgrounds, their goals, what events they're doing, things like that. And I mean, with this being our first year,
This is first year for track.
First year for cross country and track here on the Lincoln campus. We're very excited for it.
Wow.
Yeah, we're very excited.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we're very excited.
How many runners you have this year?
I mean, we're always looking to add more, but currently we have right around that 10 guys and just a couple girls for cross country and track. But I mean, that could blow up to double, triple that here by next year. I mean, who knows? It just takes time getting the word out that we have a program and we're affordable, and that we're able to give opportunities to athletes from the area, and of course, I mean, the United States, internationally, and stuff like that as well. So,
well, who's your best? And I hate to throw you like that, but who's going to do the best in what event?
I mean, obviously we're distance heavy right now, and I would say that we don't really have anybody that was I mean, a state champion or anything like that in high school, but there's a lot of people that are really similar in ability, I think, that'll be able to work well together. And there's a lot of people too that just work so hard that kind of trumps having some talent. So I think they'll just work hard in the classroom and, you know, on the track and on the cross country course, and that'll make up for a lot of everything else that, you know, they may be lacking.
How do you get your program out and let people know that SCC has track now? How do you go from, you know, just being in the state of Nebraska to going like down south, West Coast, East Coast? You know, you yourself have to get out and do more work now to get these kids here, because, you know, a phone call just doesn't get it. You know, I went to a junior college in Independent, Kansas. They came and seen me. It was a no-brainer situation for me because I struggled with grades out of high school and didn't have the core or the SAT score. So, you know, my coaches really talked to me about, you know, just coming to a 2-year school, graduating first of all, and then trying to get out and find another scholarship for them.
Right.
So how would you get out here and sell this type of school? Because this is a great campus.
Yeah.
You know, I think the campus will sell itself, you know, to the people, to the young people. But, you know, as far as your program wise, how do you get out there and sell it?
I think it really does come down to, kind of like you said, connections. I mean, just trying to get the word out to local high schools. And then from there, they know people, and then they tell. And then, of course, the athletes and the students here are kind of the best marketing tool as well. I mean, if they have any success, or if they're enjoying a program, or they're enjoying, you know, any of the new buildings on campus or a class, something like that, then they tell their friends. So much of the people that we have right now on the team are just from, you know, word of mouth of, hey, my friend's going here, hey, this person, hey, this, and it just takes time. But I mean, I think we can get the word out just from that, but also just little connections, and then our own success. So I mean, like this year, for example, cross country nationals is down in Huntsville, Alabama. So if we go down to Huntsville, Alabama, I mean, you can meet a couple people here and there. There's going to be people
Pass
watching.
That card out. Hey,
yeah,
hey,
well,
hey,
that too. And then if we have any athletes that have success down there, then someone will say, hey, I want to go there. I want to be part of that program as well. I mean, so from there, it makes it pretty easy.
How does a scholarship? Because I know that, you know, there's a lot of partials, especially being at the University of Nebraska, understanding having some friends that were track stars and ran track. How do you guys do it as far as scholarship? Are you going all over the country just yet looking for people, or the majority of your players, are they all local?
For this first year, we really tried to focus on giving opportunities to local athletes more than anything. I mean, I had hundreds upon hundreds of inquiries from international students, mainly from Kenya, things like that, just because that's kind of a hub for long distance runners, things like that. But I would much rather focus on any of the local talent that we have, give those people an opportunity, things like that might not otherwise be able to go and compete at the next level after high school, or go and be able to take a tech course, or be able to get, you know, the first few years of their degree basically paid for before they decide to transfer on. And also just gives them opportunity to be able to get a little bit more, you know, meets, more practices, things like that. So if they do want to go on to a 4-year school, D1, D2, D3, NAIA, whatever it might be, then they can use this kind of as a stepping stone and grow and have some affordability also. But it's similar to other sports as far as scholarships, things like that go. It's, you know, based off of ability and need, and how they perform in the classroom, and how they impact the team in a positive manner, things like that. But yeah, you just really tried to focus locally this first year. But I mean, obviously after that, we can expand nationally and internationally with who we add to the roster.
Yeah. What does the season look like, and who do you guys compete against?
That's an excellent question. That's one thing great about cross country and track is it's not like football or basketball or something like that. We can compete against D1 schools, NCAA, D2 schools, D3 schools, NAIA schools. We can go to California and do some of the largest track races in the United States, things like that. So the only time we have to compete with our own region is at regionals, and the only time we have to compete against our own like division is at nationals. But besides that, if we have someone that's incredibly good in the 5K, let's say indoors, and they need that competition of a D1 runner, we can take them to a meet, have them compete against a D1 runner. They don't have to only compete against junior college. Season wise, cross country runs from right around, you know, our first meets this Saturday, and that goes until November is nationals, and then indoor starts December, goes until March, and then outdoors March until May. But you know, we can see a little bit of everybody competition wise, local and all around the United States across all divisions, which is really great opportunity for the athletes.
Nice. You got any more?
Yeah. Do you plan on adding shot put, triple jump, high jumpers, pole vaulters?
Right. Exactly. That's a great
question.
question. That's something we definitely want to do as we get more more people, as we get more coaches, things like that. Right now it's just myself kind of for cross country and track, and then I'm more than comfortable with all of those sprint, middle distance, and long distance people. But as a a previous athlete myself, I would not want myself out here with these noodle arms trying to teach people how to throw shot put. So I mean, we'll definitely need someone a little bit more qualified for that. That's so much of it. I mean, just be the hype man more than anything.
Coach Kamal.
Oh yeah, he could do it. But just once we add more athletes, once we add more coaches, things like that, I mean, we would love to expand to all sorts of things. But for right now, it is mainly just that sprint, middle distance, and cross country.
Well, hey, I appreciate it, Coach Duncan. I think that's it. We're getting ready to throw it to break. You got anything else you want to let the people? You want to tell the people before we throw it to break?
No, that's great. You did wonderful. We're super excited for the season. Thanks so much for having us and all the support for us.
Well, listen, man, good luck on the season.
Thank you so much.
Me and Terrell, the black shirt, I can't say we're going to go to a 5K, but we'll come to a track.
Hey, there we go.
5K may be too much.